Good morning, everyone. You are joined here with Morning Simon. Is this working?
I can hear myself, but I can't hear you.
Oh, this is so weird. Okay.
Okay,
Wait.
you have to
Do I have to hold this?
I think you might have to.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to be holding this microphone for this radio show. But good morning, everyone. Welcome back to UCLA Morning Sign-In. We are associated with the club UCLA Morning Sign-Out, and you are listening to UCLA Radio. So this is the show in which we break down health and science topics in ways that are easier to understand and more digestible for you viewers. So before we jump in, this is a quick reminder that we're not medical professionals. We are students that care about health literacy, and if anything we discuss connects to your own health, the best next step is always to talk to someone qualified, someone professional. Yes. So today you are joined here with Laura and
Nicole.
And today we're going to be talking about burnout and the effects of social media on the brain, essentially. Yes. Very prevalent topics, I think, for university students. So I guess to start us off, why are we all so tired? Like, I feel like I go to class every day and everyone is just, like, exhausted, right? And I mean, I feel that too. Like, sometimes, like, I'll get, like, 8 full hours of sleep and still feel, like, totally depleted.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm getting all this sleep. I'm getting the, like, amount of hours of sleep I'm supposed to get. Why am I still so tired?
I know, it's so strange because you can be, like, doing everything right and it's still, like, your body's still needing more rest.
Yeah.
So I guess what is burnout specifically? Is it workload? Is it not enough sleep? So what is burnout? It is characterized by chronic, unmanaged workplace stress specifically.
Yeah.
But the World Health Organization is actually saying now that students experience pretty much identical patterns to this. Some of the elements include emotional exhaustion, detachment/cynicism,
Wow.
and a reduced sense of accomplishment. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, especially with LinkedIn around.
I know, right? I found this, like, interesting graphic when I was researching this. It's saying, like, there are 5 stages of burnout. So the first one is, like, the honeymoon phase where you're, like, still, like, enthusiastic. And then, like, the second is, like, the onset of stress where you're kind of starting to experience reduced productivity. And then there's the chronic stress where this is just kind of unmanaged. And the fourth is burnout specifically, where you're just kind of going into despair and experiencing these physical symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the fifth one is just habitual burnout, so it means, like, you need support and you're, like, kind of struggling to function. Really kind of scary stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that, like, I can definitely see how university students would experience this kind of thing.
Yeah, because school is kind of like a full-time job. You're here all the time, especially if you live, like, on campus. It's just, like, school mode 24/7.
I know, yeah, and I definitely feel like it is, like, a job that just takes over your life.
Yeah. Did you know, like, you're supposed to, like, the studying here is, like, 40 hours a week. That's why you can only work, like, 20 hours a week because you're supposed to study for, like, 40 hours a week.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, I, like, worked the job over the summer for, like, 40 hours a week, and it was so nice because I'd go home and I'd do nothing.
Right.
Right? But over here, it's, like, I feel like I get, like 2 hours to myself, like, every day.
Yeah.
And the rest is just spent on, like, schoolwork.
School stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
School-related things.
No, it's exhausting. I definitely think, like, I think the workload is just crazy. Like, some of these teachers are, like, spreading so much work to us.
Because they're trying to prepare you for the real world.
This is not the real world. So I guess it's important to compare burnout to other things that could be a bit similar. So I guess, like, burnout versus temporary stress. Like, you can feel stressed every now and then, but that's, like, just temporary.
Yeah, like, I feel like with burnout, like, you feeling stressed, like, every single day. Like, you're feeling stressed before you go to class, feeling stressed, like, you can't eat. I feel like that really, like, plays a big part into being burnt out.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not normal.
I think, like, temporary stress can definitely lead to bigger problems with burnout, like, if you don't deal with it. Or, I guess, like, come up with a better schedule.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know how that would really work. I guess, like, burnout versus just being busy, I think that's, being busy just means, like, you can manage it.
Yeah.
But,
like, you have a little bit of time for yourself.
yeah, like, you have, like, a lot, but you're not feeling stressed.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe some people, I feel like everyone kind of has a little bit of a different tolerance for stress.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just important to know, like, what you can handle. Burnout versus depression. And depression is, like, a sustained sadness or loss of interest. And this, like, shows up in different parts of people's lives. But yeah, burnout is specifically tied to stress in a performance environment.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, university is definitely a very performance environment,
Yeah,
right?
it's 100% performance based. They don't care about what's going on as long as you get like 100% on the exam.
No, literally, it's so scary. I'm like, gosh. So I guess I'm kind of curious, like, maybe let's dive into the biology of burnout. Like, what actually is happening in the brain
So
when this happens?
when you get stressed, cortisol gets released, and it's a hormone released by the adrenal glands when we perceive stress. So it's basically like when this gets released, you are in fight or flight, but it's not good for long term. Like, it's maybe good for short term when you're in fight or flight, but like if you feel that way all the time, like you're gonna start feeling bad, like you're gonna crash. And having like high levels of cortisol reduces work memory efficiency and impairs decision making. Like, oh, should I pick this answer or this answer? You also seem like you're getting angry, way angrier more, because you're just like, your tolerance is so low. And this is why burnout can look like you're lazy, but it's actually you like being so depleted from the levels of cortisol and the levels of stress on your body.
No, definitely. I always find it kind of interesting hearing, like, that we're in fight or flight mode with this kind of stuff, because it's like, you think, like, historically, and you're like, oh, this was supposed to be for when we're in danger.
In danger.
Yeah, and now it's like we're always in danger, but our danger is just, like...
Assignments.
Yeah, just assignments, our grades, just, like, this weird system that was set up by humans.
Yeah.
So strange to think about. But yeah, I guess, like, in addition to those effects of cortisol in your brain, you can get, like, worse sleep, which I think, like, a lot of these reasons, like, kind of...
It's like a feedback loop.
Yeah, it feedbacks. Like, it seems like a cycle. Like,
Yeah.
all of these effects could end up stressing you out even more.
Yeah, and worsening your symptoms.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of seems like a hard cycle to break, especially, like, if you're so already in a schedule of so much stress. Like, I feel like for me, I definitely spend a lot of time on schoolwork, and I feel like that would be kind of difficult to just break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, those exam deadlines are not, like, moving. So I guess, like, let's listen to some music and then transition into social media in the brain and talk about what else is simulating our stress system.
Sure.
So we will be right back. Hi, everyone. We're back to talk about social media in the brain. So what else is simulating our stress systems?
I feel definitely like dopamine and feeling like you're trapped into scrolling because your brain is like, oh, what cool video am I going to see? Like, well, how am I going to get my next laugh?
Yeah, definitely. I think this kind of, like, short-term content is showing up everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, like, it started, I don't know if it started on TikTok, but
Vine?
I feel like that was definitely one of the original ones.
Vine?
Vine. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I never had that.
Vine, Musical.ly, Dub Smash, just like very short videos kind of taking over. Now, even like YouTube, which is long form content, they have like YouTube Shorts now.
Yeah, and Instagram now has Reels. Oh my gosh. So many Instagram Reels.
I see why people get like stuck in the scroll loop because Instagram Reels is so funny.
I know, they're hilarious. Like, I feel like my For You page is so peak. But yeah, this is the unpredictability of your scrolls is what makes it addictive, because you don't know. You don't have a consistent reward, like, you know, like on a rating scale. Like, I feel like most of the reels you probably look at are kind of really just bland, right?
No.
Mine's
every time I scroll, it's like something new.
Really?
Yeah, but I think that's because I'm just on it too much, so I've like fully curated my reels.
I see. No, like, I feel like for me, like, it's like sometimes I'm just like, oh, like, I didn't really care for that reel.
Yeah.
But it's like every now and then there's like a golden one, you know, and I'm like, oh, a dog. But yeah, you don't scroll like for what you see. You scroll for what might appear next, and that's like kind of the surprise factor of it. And so dopamine is kind of a crucial, like, neurotransmitter in this sense, and it's a chemical messenger in the brain that kind of plays a key role in your reward system, and it brings you, like, motivation, pleasure, and, like, motor control, things that sound very good, but, you know, when you're able to give it to yourself in, like, this kind of short-term content reward thing.
Extremely fast. Like, you can just pick up your phone and be like, oh, let me do this, this, and that.
Yeah, exactly. It is so easy, especially with phones, because they're like, you know, no no one walks around without a phone anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's like crazy. Like if you don't have your phone, it feels like you're disconnected like from the world.
Because you are.
Yeah.
You are.
Basically, that is true. Like everyone kind of communicates through like
Phones
now.
Like college students check their phones hundreds of times per day. And, like, they are not even on their phone for that long. They're just on their phone, literally just to check for, like, 30 seconds. Not even doing anything. They're just checking to check.
Yeah. I'm definitely guilty of that, too. Like, scrolling through the notifications every once in a while. Not opening any of them, but just, like, you know, like, what's new?
And you're trying not to socialize.
No, exactly. Because you're like, oh, like, I still want to be, like, aware.
Yeah.
But I think that is still kind of dangerous for your brain because it releases that dopamine even still.
Yeah.
So this kind of rapid switching, it like makes this deep focus harder, I would say, because I feel like, I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes if I'm in like a long lecture and I'm like trying to lock in, I'm still like, should I like check, like, I think I still check my phone.
Really?
Yeah, like sometimes, like 30 minutes in, I'm like, oh, let me see like if anything's new, and then I just like put it away again.
For me, I'm, like, taking 2 online classes, but for my physics class, like, I don't even use my phone because I'm, like, I know I need to get all the material. So, like, I only use it if I need to, like, Google something or if, like, my mom's calling me.
No, that's definitely fair. I think that's probably the way to go at it. I think, like, for me, it's also hard, like, I take notes on my tablet, and because my tablet is, like,
my
connected.
iPad?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I take notes on it, but then, like, notifications pop up at the top, and I'm like, oh.
That's why you gotta put it on Do Not Disturb.
I have it on D&D, but the notification, like, I see the bar at the top.
Oh.
That's what it is, and it, like, moves around, and I'm like, what is this?
What the heck?
I know.
You just gotta...
I know, it's, like, trying to distract me. But I guess, I don't know, what makes these, like, short videos different from, like, longer videos, like movies, I guess?
So, like, a movie is, like, 1 to 2 hours, no interruption. Short videos are, like, 7 to 30-second clips, like Vine. Literally, like, 6-second Vine. Hurricane Tortilla, like
that. Oh, my
that.
God, yeah.
Literally, like, 6 seconds. And it's, like, very... it's very rapid, fast-paced, like, boom, boom, bam.
Yeah.
And, like, it's very, like, a lot of visuals going on. And you can feel, like, a lot of emotions within that short period of time. You get, like, the immediate gratification. And, like, it's just set up for you to just scroll.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think the reason why a lot of these apps are moving to the short-term content is because they realize how addictive it is, and it brings more people to spend more time and more money. Definitely.
Like, I'm seeing a lot more, like, I know ads aren't supposed to be that long, but I'm seeing, like, a lot more short-form ads, or even ads within, like, the short videos, even though they're supposed to legally disclose that it's an ad, but sometimes you'll be like, oh, I'm using this water bottle, this Wallace Stanley water bottle that's 45 ounces in pink. You guys should get it.
I know. I watched this, like, YouTube video where people actually buy stuff from these ads on, like, TikTok and stuff, and a lot of the websites that didn't even exist. Like, it would be, like, linked, and it would just be a website that gets deleted, like, the next day.
Because they're getting their credit card information stolen.
Yeah, probably. Oh, my gosh. But this all, like, reduces your boredom tolerance.
Yeah.
Like, if you can constantly have something to be entertained by, you'll never have time to kind of just sit with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
And boredom is a really healthy thing. Like, I was kind of grown up, like, I don't know, my parents always were kind of like, oh, being bored is a good thing.
Yeah.
And
I was
this
bored,
is
I'd read a book.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can, like, think about stuff and think about how you truly feel when you're bored and you don't have, like, a phone kind of, like, I don't want to say guiding your thoughts, but I do feel like the short videos are, like, very influential on how people, like, perceive things.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a different realm between social media and IRL, because some things that exist on social media, like, people in person are not having these conversations. It's just, like, purely on social media.
That is true. I think it definitely, like, is something you can turn your brain off while doing. Like, I don't know, like, when you're watching reels, like, I feel like, or anything, it's very hard to kind of, like, really think critically about what you're watching.
Yeah.
And this can be dangerous for, like, news sources as well. Like, so much misinformation. Like, I feel like, I almost feel, and, like, I think, I feel like a lot of adults get flamed for believing stuff on Facebook.
Like
and
the
stuff
AI.
like that.
The AI.
Oh my gosh. AI is a whole other conversation.
We should do that for our next topic.
Yeah, we could do that for our next topic, AI. But it is crazy because like these short-term videos, you don't really stop to question it.
Yeah.
Like if something is AI, like I've sent my friend like a video and they'll be like, that's AI.
Yes.
And I'll be like, oh my gosh, what has happened?
It's harder to spot now.
Yeah.
And I also feel like with the like critical thinking, I feel like that depends on like how your For You page is curated, because I do get like a lot of long form content on mine talking about like social issues, maybe like sociology on social media and how people's social media are perceived as like lower income, higher income, and that made me think like, dang, I do see the gap between like people who are like lower income status and like higher income status on like how they pose and other things like that. But like also that's such like a brain dead conversation, because it's like it's literally just Instagram. Like, why are we taking this seriously? Like, it's like the Olympics.
Yeah, it is definitely like a lot of new topics that are coming out, because I feel like social media is like, I feel like it's relatively new. Like, it's like not older than like 20 years.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I read somewhere that this generation is like the first to kind of grow up with social media and like that, all of that kind of stuff. So we're kind of like guinea pigs in that sense. But I think that especially with the rise of AI and like all the short form content, it's like definitely reducing critical thinking skills and being able to think for yourself and like not really looking for, you know, a short explanation with Subway Surfers in the background.
And I also feel like it's conditioned people to just like not even do research themselves. Like, I'll see people and like, here's a good example, people in comment section like, oh, what top do you have on? And it's like a regular plain black top, like just regular plain black top. And I also feel like social media can like have you heard of like performative?
Yeah.
I feel like that can also lead to burnout, because you're seeing people on social media doing like all this stuff with all their day, like using their whole entire day, but are they actually doing that, or are they just performing for social media? Because like who are you performing for? Because you don't have an audience like actually watching you. You have them watching you once you upload the video, but like they're not watching you do those things, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there is a lot of kind of productivity culture in social media where it's like LinkedIn, oh my
I hate
gosh.
going on LinkedIn. I hate going on LinkedIn.
I hate LinkedIn
Everyone
too.
here is a LinkedIn warrior. It's like, oh, it's like social climbing. Like, oh, what did you do? And I'm just like, I feel like I don't need to flex what I'm doing. Like,
yeah, and it's like the more I think about it, the more it's like this isn't what life's about.
Yeah.
You know, like life
is
about being happy, not about like
comparing yourself with other people.
Yeah, not comparing yourself with other people and trying to experience max.
Yeah.
You know? Like experience maxing, like
grinding
grind culture.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like grind culture. No,
I do definitely participate in grind culture because like I have to.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm working 2 jobs plus doing school. Like, nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, like know your limits, because I feel like that can definitely lead to burnout. But that
you
comparison,
will be burnt out.
Yeah, like, and especially when you're constantly seeing other people doing all of this, it's like, oh, like I'm not doing enough, you know?
Yeah, that's why I don't go on LinkedIn. I'm gonna log in now just to see, but
on the Burnout show, you're logging into LinkedIn
because I don't look at other people's. I just like see if anyone texted me, because sometimes like I'll reach out to like professionals who are actually in the field.
Right, that's true. I think it can be used very wisely for finding, you know, people in fields that you actually are interested in.
Yeah.
But I think it can get dangerous when all you want is experience. And you kind of, I think, lose track of your actual goals.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, I mean, I guess to put it in a more historical aspect, like, historically, like, imagine you're living in, like, a village, right? There are, like, 20 to 50 people in your village, and these are just really small circumstances. Like, you all have kind of a shared context of, like, where you live, how you grow up, and so that comparison isn't so, like, drastic.
Yeah. Like, you have a sense of normality because you don't know anything else.
Yeah, because you're like, yeah, I'm on the right track. Like, what else would there be? Whereas with social media, like, that pool of who you can compare yourself is literally everybody in the whole world. In any country, under any circumstances.
Like, someone on LinkedIn just presented their research at the American Academy of Forensic Sciences.
Oh my god. I mean, congrats, I guess.
Like, now I'm like, I wish I was able to do that.
Yeah.
That's when the comparison starts coming in.
Definitely. And I think, like, this also leads to a lot of like imposter syndrome.
Yes, yes.
Imposter syndrome is such a huge thing because it's like you could be doing
Everything.
crazy things. Like I definitely I feel like I've come to a place where I'm like decently happy with like everything I accomplish. But like when I hear about other people doing so many things, it makes me feel like, oh, like I'm actually not doing anything.
No, honestly, if I feel that way, just lie. You're not gonna know if you're telling the truth or not.
You mean like
Lie and be like, oh yeah, I did that too, or something like that. Honestly, you have to fake it till you make it, and like it's really hard getting opportunities here. Like the job market sucks. Everyone is like a try hard pre-med here. No shade to the pre-meds, but it's just like everyone is just like. But there's only so many opportunities for so many people, and I feel like I don't know, like it just leads to like a whole push and pull thing because you don't want to be doing too much, but you also don't want to be doing too little at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like, what just happened to just getting your degree and like getting a job
I
after?
know,
Like,
and
why do
I
you have to
feel like-
have experience before the job?
I know, and sometimes I think about it like I think just going straight into did you come straight to UCLA after undergrad or after high school? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
I went straight in.
Yeah, I think just looking at these kind of career paths that people take, I think we're at a very like UCLA is just a very kind of competitive, not technically. I don't know. I guess
No, it's extremely competitive.
Yeah, like
especially
yeah.
you're aerospace, right?
Astrophysics.
Astrophysics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's like extremely competitive, and they're like, I've had people say, oh, I sent the wrong answers to this person, so like they would get a lower score on the homework than me.
What?
Like people will like purposefully try to mess up the curve.
Oh, that is crazy.
Like-
I haven't heard of anyone doing that.
I heard like at UC Berkeley, someone accused someone else of cheating so they can like lower the curve or whatever, and the person didn't even cheat.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
evil. No, I definitely think that just the standards are higher.
Yeah,
here.
especially
Yeah.
the standards are extremely high here. Like
Yeah.
me and my best friend, we have a lot of similarities. She goes to UC Berkeley, I go to UCLA. It's like very like the top #1 schools, and I feel like with my friends who go to like maybe community college or like Cal State, East Bay, like they are not experiencing like that demand of
Yeah.
like obviously they have to do assignments, but it's not like
Yeah.
a heavy workload. Like I've heard some people say, oh, med school was easier than going to UCLA, and I'm like, wait, whoa, what do you mean med school is easier than going to UCLA? Like it shouldn't be this hard, especially if you're just undergrad.
Yeah, because I feel like you're just trying. I don't know. I feel like a lot of my friends at community college and things like that, it's still the main goal is to get your degree.
Yeah.
But over here, it's like it seems like that's like a given.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's like, oh, like everyone is doing that. So
Yeah.
now you have to. How are you gonna stand out? How
Yeah.
are you gonna make yourself special? And it becomes like, oh, how many clubs are you in? How
Yes.
how many radio shows do you do?
Right.
No.
I have people be like, oh, how many clubs are you in? I'm like, I don't care about my clubs. Like, not saying I don't care. Like, obviously, like, I care because I'm
Yeah.
involved, but I'm just like, I feel like that's the only way people here can socialize because they don't
Yeah.
have good social skills. So their whole personality is school.
That's the thing. Yeah, and I think it can be a controversial thing because a lot of people, like, a lot of these clubs are really competitive. I didn't really realize that.
Yes.
Because, like, most of the clubs I do attend are, like, all, like, oh, you only show up if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, these events are, like, for your benefit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I don't know, it seems like sometimes the motivations can be a little wrong for going into these clubs, like
Yeah.
trying to maximize, I guess, what you're doing.
Club
with your
maxing.
time. Club maxing.
Because
Yeah.
like I'm in this volunteering club. We go volunteering, but it's like you have to like fight for your spot because there's so many people, and I'm just like I just want to volunteer. Like I don't want to have to fight with my club mates because there's
Yeah.
like something that filled up too fast.
Yeah, and it's great that so many people want to volunteer, right?
But do they
Like,
want to volunteer for the right reasons, or do they want to
Yeah.
volunteer because they want to like LinkedIn max?
Yeah, they want to put it on their resume.
Because like I've been volunteering since I was a kid, and I've never like felt the need to be like, oh, look at me volunteering,
Yeah.
guys. I'm gonna post this on LinkedIn because I'm just like people don't want like their information blasted like, oh, I'm helping these like lower income people or this and that. Like you could just talk about that with your experience. Like let the work show for itself.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's very interesting to see on social media how like there is this kind of like upward like comparison where
Yeah.
even it becomes like, oh, are you a better person? Because it's like, oh, like how do people know you're a good person if you don't post it? But obviously,
If
like
they know you personally,
yeah,
then
if they know you personally, and like I don't know, it is kind of
it's because they're performing for people that they don't even know because they want the validation of other
that is
people.
true.
That's why.
That's true. But it is like a very interesting thing to see that, like, you know, on social media you can kind of display these things that you do. And I can see, like, oh, like, if your future employer is looking at your LinkedIn, you probably do want to seem like, oh, like, I do these things.
But that's the point of an interview.
Yeah, that is true, the point of an interview. But then it's like, how are you going to get that interview out of all the people that are, you know, doing all these things?
Just email them.
Just email them?
Just email them.
What if everyone's emailing them?
Then email them twice, 2x. So you just keep on emailing.
Just keep on
emailing, call, go in person.
What if they mark your emails as spam?
Then find a new opportunity.
It is tough.
Should we take a break?
We could take a break. Okay. Let's like listen to a song and we'll come back to talk a little bit more about you know, how this all ties together with you and your life.
Yes.
All right. Be right back.
It's every day, bro, that you might be comparing yourself to people on social media and experiencing burnout.
It is every day, bro. Oh, literally. Wait, that was such a good transition. So I guess to get back on track, we kind of went on a little spiral there. Yeah. But social media disproportionately shows these, you know, like, I guess to list a few things: internships at top firms, research awards, startup founders, hashtag AI startups, gym transformations, 5 a.m. routines. Have you seen those? I see those all the time. Yes, I'm
never waking up at 5 a.m.
No, I was, okay, like, whenever I see those, I'm like, I'm setting my alarm right now.
No, I know, I'm not waking up for 5 a.m. I feel like night is better to go to the gym, because, like,
that's true.
You've done everything for the day, or, like, midday.
Yeah, I want to wake up, like, really early, at least once, just to see what it's like.
I mean, I pull a few all-nighters. It's just dark outside.
No, but, like, I want to, like, sleep and then wake up, like, before everyone else is up, and then, like, hit the streets.
There's no one's, it's literally campuses, like, but, no one's there. But
then, like, the gym is empty. Because every time I'm at the gym, it's so crowded.
That's why I just don't work out.
That's another option. I should just use the gym at my apartment more often. Nobody ever uses that.
What? You have a gym at your apartment?
It's literally, like, 3 machines. It's, like, an elliptical, like, it's not a Stairmaster, but it's, like, you, like, step up.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then there's, like, a bike, and that's, like, it. And there's, like, spiders in there. It's really scary.
But, like, you never see, you're talking about the 5 a.m. routine. You never see what they are not doing. Sometimes they don't wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Yeah. And you barely see people getting rejected, people getting rejected from interviews, and people being on academic probation. That's a big one. Yeah. A lot of students here experience academic probation. But, and you never see what they're doing when they're overwhelmed. So it's very, like, it's such a juxtaposition, because you see one thing, but people can be experiencing a whole nother thing. Like, this reminds me of that one girl who, like, acted like she was going to Harvard, and she had, like, a whole ID, but she actually didn't go to Harvard.
What?
Yeah, she was living in the dorms and everything.
Did she get, like, arrested? Isn't that, like, fraud?
Yeah, it's fraud.
Yeah, that's literally fraud. No, it is super interesting to see, like, a lot of people could be posting totally the opposite of your life. And I think this kind of reinforces, like, imposter syndrome, because one of the main things of imposter syndrome is the fear of being found out. And I think that's really prevalent. And, I mean, I've been seeing some content, like, some people are like, oh, realistic. Some people are realistic. Some people are like, oh, like, this is me with no makeup. And, like, then it's like, oh, like, I go to the gym every day, but I'm, like, bloating. And it's like, it is, like, there are some realistic things out there, but I definitely think it's still very small amount in comparison.
And I feel like that stuff, like bloating, no makeup, I feel like that's only a social media thing, because I see girls, like, I follow them on Instagram, they have on makeup, and I see them IRL, and they don't have on makeup, and I'm like, I'm not like, oh my god, they look totally different, like, they're so ugly. Like, no, it's really just the same person. Like, I feel like that exists in the realm of social media, because, like, obviously no one's walking around 24/7 with a flat stomach. Like, you have organs.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like social media, people want to share the best moments of their lives.
Yeah, people want to share the bad and the ugly, though.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like when I post, it's always like, oh, like, this is something I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I'm never, like, doing something mundane, and I'm like, let me share this.
Let me share my acai bowl.
Yeah, no, literally, like, every time I post on social media, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm really excited about, like, this concert or something. So it can be kind of, I can't see how someone going on social media would reinforce this kind of, you know, negative mindset.
I feel like people are just taking it too seriously. Like,
That's true. It could be because I feel like for college students especially, like achievement is the same as identity.
Yeah.
Like your identity becomes what you achieve and not really like who you are as a person and like what you like and
Yeah.
like the kindness of your soul.
yeah. How many clubs are you in? Are you pre-med? Are you pre-law? Are you this? Are you that?
Do you do research?
Like, just because they want to social climb and use you for your opportunities. That's why.
Yeah, I guess that is another thing. Like, what's it called? Networking horizontally or something.
Network maxing.
Network maxing. But yeah, these are all like really common online narratives where you wake up 5 a.m., take a cold shower, go to the gym before class, and then you do 4 hours of straight work, and then you meal prep for the whole week, and you have a side hustle.
Wait, look at me.
Do you? Oh my gosh.
I don't meal prep, and I don't do 4 hours of deep work. That's not, for me, I need to take a break. But everything else, now waking up at 5 a.m., and I don't take a cold shower, and I don't gym before class. But I do 4 hours of deep work and meal prep, I
Okay.
guess, if that qualifies as going to
okay.
the study.
So like 2 out of 6.
Yeah.
All right. 1/3.
1/3.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, obviously, I feel like these are kind of just unrealistic standards to hold yourself to, like the whole thing.
Yeah,
Like, you can't do it all.
And I also feel like these are very basic things. Like, you don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. or take a cold shower, but as long as you're showering, gymming, doing your work,
Yeah.
like meal prepping.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be so early. Like I
Yeah.
feel like as long as you're consistent with it, I feel like these unrealistic standards kind of make it feel impossible to achieve these goals,
Like,
even
who's
though
doing that?
yeah, like you don't have to go to the gym at 5 in the morning. Like you can go anytime,
Yeah.
and you don't have to meal prep. Like you can just eat healthy. Like I don't know. That's another thing. Like I guess fast food. Like you don't have to put so much time and effort into it.
Yeah.
But the same as like watching. I feel like YouTube used to be the bad form of social media.
Yeah.
Like I remember in like middle school, I watched so much YouTube, and that was like the big thing back then. But now
YouTube
it's
videos.
like I watch a YouTube video and I feel productive.
Yeah. I love watching long form videos.
I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could have just scrolled through like 1 million reels instead of watching this YouTube video, but instead I feel like I absorbed more. But yeah, anyways, okay, back to the like routines. So these routines are kind of like presented to us as like discipline leads to success, and like you have to optimize every single day. This is actually a big thing. Like, one of my friends recently shared something their TA told them, where I guess like, well, this was like specifically in like physics, where it's like, oh, like you're always told to like optimize everything. You know, like you take derivations and you can optimize anything.
I'm
But
taking physics right now.
really, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, are you optimizing?
No.
No, physics is tough, but when you're studying physics, you're like taught to optimize and like find the best route for everything.
That is true.
But that isn't how real life works.
Yeah, and you're not given all the, let's say, you're not given all the constraints that you are
Yeah.
as in physics as you are like IRL. Like you might have acceleration 0, gravity this equals 9.8, but like in real life you don't know what can happen. Like life is still gonna do what it's gonna do, even if you are in school
Yeah.
and you have like all these opportunities. And some people might not have the chance to like have like the perfect work-life balance, because some people are just like surviving. Like college was just like the end goal for them, and now that they're in college, they don't know how to like get all the opportunities that everyone else is having.
Yeah, and I think that the point isn't to optimize everything you can do. The point is that there are many different things you can do.
Yes.
And what he told my friend was that in the end, you just have to choose one of those things.
Yeah.
And kind of just go at it, and like, you don't have to like, every day doesn't have to be the best day ever.
Yeah.
And I think, that's a very interesting thing to do, because like, I feel like before every day, I'm always like, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to do tomorrow? Like, what is the best course of action? But that really isn't like the case. Like you can have rest days. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be so
It doesn't have to be
optimized.
like, oh, I'm doing this and this and that. I feel like the best way to like curb being burned out is like, what I do is like write down a daily goals that I want to achieve, and like if I don't achieve it, then I try on the next day and then the next day and then the next day until like I complete the goal. But,
Yeah.
yes.
No, definitely. So like I think this just goes back to what you see on social media. So like when you see people's kind of like polished wins and accomplishments on social media and not like their struggles, it can feel like everyone else is like super confident and capable.
Yeah.
While you're just kind of like barely keeping up.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my gosh, like just barely staying afloat. And this like emotional activation keeps your stress system engaged and leads to burnout.
Yeah.
Great tying in. So this kind of like turns, I don't know, like back to the fight or flight mode. It kind of turns like your ambition into survival.
Yeah.
It is very interesting to think about for sure. So I think there's a lot of overlap between the two, like scrolling and burnout, because like I think a lot of people reach for their phones when they're tired because you're like, oh, like you can turn your brain off.
Yeah.
But the fact is like scrolling, it like feels like rest, but it's not actual recovery. So when you're exhausted, you kind of reach for like a low effort stimulation, and social media feels easy. It's like passive. You get like dopamine and emotional processing sometimes.
And you get lost in time.
You lose track of time. Like time flies. But the brain stays like cognitively engaged and your nervous system doesn't fully like downshift in this. And so by result, you're still mentally tired. And when you're tired, comparison hits harder.
Yeah, because you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just
like,
doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Remember, the frustration tolerance is lower, so you see this and you're like, man, I'm like such a chud. Like, it is so bad. So burnout lowers resilience. And it feels like a personal attack.
Yeah.
For sure. And another point was that, like, even notifications are kind of micro stressors.
Yes.
Like, even without opening them, like, notifications, like, when I see those notifications on my tablet during class time, I'm like, that is interrupting my attention, and, like, it raises kind of your heart rate a little bit. And these kind of, like, small interruptions throughout your day kind of accumulate and can, lead to more stress. In an already stressful
environment,
day. Yeah, in an already really stressful environment where you're kind of pushing yourself to the limits. But yeah, doom scrolling, don't do it. Prolonged stress. All right, so final stretch, I guess.
Yes.
In summary, burnout is a psychological syndrome which results from unmanaged chronic workplace stress. But research is now showing that students experience the same patterns. It's characterized by overwhelming exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced professional efficiency.
Efficiency?
I think efficiency sounds better. Yeah. And social media kind of reinforces a negative feedback loop where you're comparing yourself to other people and, not very great for your mental health. So, and this social media loop kind of ends up reinforcing stress, which then leads to more likelihood of burnout.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I think in the end, it's just good to be mindful of all these things in your environment. You're all doing the best that you can. You're all doing great.
Keep your screen time low.
Yeah, keep your screen time low. Try to limit that short-term content. And yeah, we'll see you next week for another show.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for listening. This is again Morning Sign Out, Laura and Nicole.
Yes.
Yes.
Have a good day, guys. And if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, go to the doctor.
Yeah, go to a doctor. Maybe seek some therapy out.
Yes.
I have therapy today. Very exciting.
I think I have therapy Thursday.
Sweet. We are on top of this.
Bye.
Bye. Enjoy your music.